Every day, without realizing it, we're making choices that aren't truly ours. We buy things we don't need with money we don't have to impress people who don't really care. And do we even like them? Today, more and more people are feeling the impact of consumerism and are slowly turning away from it. But the scariest part is, most of us don't even know we're trapped inside it. Let's talk about how consumerism isn't just a habit. It's a system designed to keep us working, spending, and wanting more while leaving us feeling empty. This isn't just about buying stuff. It's a cultural model, a system that tells us our worth comes from what we own. It tells us we'll be happy if we just get that new phone, that new car, or a new outfit. Because, like it or not, people ultimately judge us on how we look, the kind of car we drive, or whether or not we have a house. In the same way we would assume someone who drives an expensive Mercedes is rich, the opposite can be assumed for someone who drives, say for instance, an old Ford that's a beater. Most people would rather look like they're doing fine in life while being in crippling debt, and no one has any clue, than have money in the bank and look like they're poor. It is partly culturally ingrained and partly driven by none other than human nature. Why shouldn't you have nice things? After all, you work all your life, so you might as well have something to show for it. Who cares if you are living paycheck to paycheck? Live your best life now. You could die tomorrow. But let's say for a moment you did decide to ditch consumerism and become frugal. So what now? We still have advertisers spending billions of dollars every year to keep us hooked. And it works, because our brains are wired to crave novelty, which gives us dopamine. Buying gives us that. Consumerism makes us believe we have choices. Thousands of brands, endless products, infinite possibilities. Have you ever spent hours at the mall thinking which shampoo to buy? Or at Best Buy deciding which TV is best? It's overwhelming and can make you feel paralyzed by the amount of choices available. But here's the truth. Most of these options are owned by the same handful of corporations. They create the illusion of variety so we can keep buying, thinking we're expressing our individuality, when in reality, we're feeding the same machine. Every notification, every limited time offer, every only 2 left in stock is engineered to hijack your brain. Companies know exactly how to exploit psychological triggers, scarcity, social proof, and urgency. We're not making rational decisions. We're reacting to carefully designed traps. This is how consumerism turns people into perfect workers and perfect customers. We work to earn money, then we spend that money on things we've been programmed to want. Think about it. You work all week to earn a paycheck. You then use that paycheck to buy more, and those purchases often come with subscriptions, payment plans, and debt. This keeps you needing more money, which means you keep working, and the cycle repeats. This isn't some big accident. It is carefully designed to enslave us. We also forgot to talk about how this obsession with material things doesn't just affect us, it's destroying our planet. Fast fashion, tech upgrades, and disposable everything. Our demand fuels exploitation and environmental collapse. Eventually, we're going to have to recycle all of the stuff we no longer need, and the way we're headed is not sustainable long term. Something will have to change. We're trapped in a perpetual cycle where short-term desires have long-term consequences. The good news is we can escape modern-day consumerism by practicing mindfulness. It starts with awareness. Ask yourself, do I really need this, or was I convinced to want this? With every purchase you make, before you even go to the cashier, think twice. A good trick to spending less is asking yourself if the item you want to buy will still be useful to you in a few months' time or even a year from now. If the answer is no, consider holding off for the time being. You might be surprised with how much money you can save. Honestly, just buy less. Choose quality instead. Repair clothes or shoes instead of replacing. Back in the good old days, our grandparents used to darn socks, patch clothes, and reuse old things that were still in decent condition. It was definitely not uncommon for families back then to pass down hand-me-down clothes to younger kids from older siblings that outgrew them. I think it's important to measure your value by who you are and not what you own. If people were more interested in each other than they were with things, the world might be a better place. Consumerism is powerful, but not unstoppable. Every choice you make, no matter how small, is a vote for the kind of world you want to live in. If this video helped shed some light on modern-day consumerism, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.